The 1960s weren't just about groundbreaking music and iconic festivals. They were a time when live performances could redefine an artist's career and alter the cultural landscape. The 60s set the bar for what live music could achieve. As we look back, let's rediscover 13 concerts from the 1960s you forgot were awesome. The Beatles at Shea Stadium. Kicking off our list is the Beatles' historic performance at Shea Stadium in New York City. As the first rock band to play at a major sports stadium, the Beatles didn't just perform. They made history in front of a record-breaking crowd of 55,600 screaming fans. This concert set a new precedent for live music, showcasing the immense popularity of the Fab Four and the potential for rock concerts as mass entertainment phenomena. The sheer scale, energy, and excitement of the event remain unmatched, marking it as a pivotal moment in the history of live performances. Woodstock Music and Art Fair. No list of 60s concerts would be complete without mentioning Woodstock, the epitome of the era's counterculture and musical innovation. Over 3 days of peace, love, and music, Woodstock brought together over 400,000 people and featured performances by legends like Jimi Hendrix, Janice Joplin, and The Who. Beyond its musical brilliance, Woodstock became a symbol of unity and resistance, embodying the ideals of a generation determined to change the world. It wasn't just a concert, it was a cultural milestone that continues to inspire and resonate with audiences today. The Monterey Pop Festival. Before Woodstock, there was the Monterey Pop Festival. Held in California, this event marked the first major American appearance of Jimi Hendrix, The Who, and Ravi Shankar, among others. It was a groundbreaking showcase of musical diversity and talent, highlighting the burgeoning counterculture movement. The festival's success laid the groundwork for future music festivals and solidified its place in history as a moment when genres blurred and barriers were broken, igniting the Summer of Love and bringing psychedelic music to the mainstream. If you enjoyed this video so far, do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. Thanks and have fun watching. The Rolling Stones at Hyde Park. In the wake of founding member Brian Jones's tragic death, the Rolling Stones returned to the stage with a free concert in London's Hyde Park, drawing a crowd of over 250,000. This concert was not just a musical event, it was a public mourning and a celebration of Jones's life. Mick Jagger, wearing a white dress, recited poetry before releasing thousands of butterflies into the air, creating a poignant, unforgettable moment. The performance showcased the Stones' resilience and marked the debut of guitarist Mick Taylor, heralding a new era for the band. James Brown at the Apollo. James Brown's live album, Live at the Apollo, is often hailed as one of the greatest live albums of all time. But it was the concert itself that solidified Brown's reputation as the hardest working man in show business. Capturing the electrifying energy of Brown and his famous Flames, the concert at Harlem's Apollo Theater was a masterclass in soul, funk, and the sheer power of performance. Brown's dynamic stage presence and vocal prowess left audiences in awe, making this concert a landmark event in the evolution of live music.
Once upon a time, you dressed so fine, through the bumps of dime in your prime.
Bob Dylan goes electric at Newport Folk Festival. Bob Dylan's performance at the Newport Folk Festival is infamous for the moment he went electric, trading his acoustic folk roots for an electric guitar. This bold move was met with a mix of cheers and boos, symbolizing the tension between traditional folk purists and the evolving rock scene. Dylan's set was a turning point in his career and in music history, challenging conventions and paving the way for the fusion of folk and rock. It remains one of the most talked about performances of the decade, a testament to Dylan's artistry and willingness to defy expectations. The Jimi Hendrix Experience at Monterey. Jimi Hendrix's American debut at the Monterey Pop Festival was nothing short of revolutionary. His explosive performance, culminating in the iconic moment when he set his guitar on fire, was a declaration of his unparalleled talent and innovation as a musician. Hendrix pushed the boundaries of what was possible with a guitar, blending rock, blues, and psychedelia into a mesmerizing spectacle. This concert announced Hendrix as a major force in music, forever altering the landscape of rock guitar play. Janice Joplin with Big Brother and the Holding Company at Monterey. Also at the Monterey Pop Festival, Janice Joplin's performance with Big Brother and the Holding Company catapulted her to stardom. Joplin's raw, powerful vocals and electric stage presence mesmerized the audience, capturing the soulful intensity of her music. This performance marked Joplin as one of the leading voices of her generation, a symbol of emotional authenticity and musical passion. Her rendition of Ball and Chain remains one of the most stirring live performances of the era.
Breakfast where the news is read, television.
The Doors at the Hollywood Bowl. The Doors' performance at the Hollywood Bowl is hailed as one of their best live recordings, capturing the band at the peak of their powers. Jim Morrison's poetic lyrics and charismatic presence, combined with the band's tight musicianship, made for a hypnotic live experience. The concert featured iconic tracks like Light My Fire and The End, showcasing the Doors' unique blend of rock, blues, and psychedelia. It remains a definitive moment in the band's history and a highlight of 60s live music. Rocked Aretha Franklin at the Fillmore West. While slightly outside the 60s, Aretha Franklin's performance at the Fillmore West in San Francisco deserves mention for its groundbreaking impact on the perception of soul music within the predominantly rock audience of the Fillmore. Franklin's powerful voice and emotive performances won over new fans and solidified her status as the Queen of Soul. This concert was a cultural exchange, bridging musical worlds and showcasing Franklin's universal appeal across genres and audiences. The Beach Boys at Carnegie Hall. As icons of the California surf rock scene, the Beach Boys' performance at the prestigious Carnegie Hall was a watershed moment, signifying the genre's acceptance into the mainstream music culture. The concert showcased the group's complex harmonies, sophisticated melodies, and the intricate compositions of Brian Wilson, particularly highlighting songs from their groundbreaking album Pet Sounds. This event was a celebration of their evolution from a surf band to serious musicians, contributing to the artistic legitimacy of pop music in the 1960s. The Beach Boys' lush soundscapes and lyrical sophistication resonated within the hallowed hall, bridging the gap between rock and roll and traditional American music institutions.
Too long.
Otis Reading at the Monterey Pop Festival. Otis Reading's performance at the Monterey Pop Festival brought soul music to a predominantly rock and psychedelic audience, earning him widespread acclaim and introducing his powerful, emotive style to a new, diverse group of fans. Backed by Booker T and the MGs, Reading delivered a set that was both energetic and deeply soulful, culminating in a transcendent rendition of Try a Little Tenderness that became one of the festival's most memorable moments. This concert not only solidified Reading's status as a soul legend, but also demonstrated the universal appeal of soul music, bridging cultural and musical divides. The 1960s were a golden age of live music, a time when artists could galvanize a generation, challenge social norms, and create unforgettable memories through their performances. These 13 concerts, each in their own right, remind us of the decades,